Alright, class. Back again for the week 3 journal. After tracking my meals for a day and entering all the information in the tracker, I noticed that my fat levels were really high. Uh, my dietary fat levels, that is. And my calorie intake, uh, as far as the tracker was concerned, it was actually quite high, but for me, it was actually a little low. I'd like to aim for about 3,000 calories right now because I'm trying to gain some weight. And I'm physically active enough that I think I've burned most of it. But as far as the tracker was concerned, I burned 2,627 calories, or I consumed that much. I'm sorry. So, but my vitamins and minerals, I met the target. I take a supplement for that, so just to ensure that I don't have any deficiencies of any kind. My protein intake was actually way high. It was over 200% of the recommended value, which I need to keep that down. Because having that much protein in your system is hard on your body. You can't, you end up excreting a lot of it, and it's hard to process through your kidneys and your liver. But so to all the different aspects of the nutrition, it's important to get enough minerals in your diet because, well, one, that your body can't produce any minerals, so you have to get them all through your diet. And if you're deficient in any minerals, it can cause adverse effects on your health, such as like if you're iron deficient, it can lower your hemoglobin levels, and severely low hemoglobin levels can cause fatigue, weakness, and they can even affect intellectual function and behavior. So you want to make sure that you're not deficient on anything. That's just one example. You want to make sure you're getting all your vitamins because vitamins have different effects depending on the kind of vitamin. But so free radicals are produced in your body naturally just through anything, such as even breathing produces free radicals. And if you're a smoker, you produce excess amounts of free radicals that can be harmful. They contribute to cancer and things of that nature. Different vitamins like vitamin C and E help fight those free radicals. So that's just, again, one example of why vitamins are important. Carbohydrates are important because they're the main source of energy. There's good carbs and bad carbs. Simple carbs are bad carbs. You want to aim for more complex carbs, such as in like whole grains and that sort of thing, because those digest more slowly in the system and help maintain energy and keep regulate blood sugar levels. Water. It's important to get enough water. You need to make sure you're drinking enough water and getting water through your diet. Also, you get water through all sorts of vegetables and fruits. But water helps regulate your blood temperature, or excuse me, your body temperature, and it lubricates your joints. It makes up 92% of your blood and about 75% of your muscles. So you want to make sure that you don't want to get dehydrated at any point. Protein is the main building block for everything, essentially. Bones, muscles, all things of that nature. So you want to make sure that you're getting plenty of protein in your diet, but not too much like me. Fiber is important. Some of the health benefits of fiber, if you're on a diet, it can help you feel full if you eat enough fiber, so that'll actually make you want to eat less, and that'll help your diet. Another health benefit of fiber is it helps relieve and prevent constipation, keeps you regular. Fat has a typically negative connotation with it. People assume that you want to avoid any kind of fat, but it's actually important to get enough fat in your diet. You just want to aim for the right kinds of fats, omega-6 and omega-3 fats that come from fish and plants, instead of like saturated fats that come from animals and trans fats that are man-made. But back to the assessment. As I stated earlier, my fat levels were really high, and I actually consumed 5 grams over the recommended saturated fat intake, and that really surprised me. And also, all of the grains that I consumed were all refined grains. Again, this is just one day, but it was concerning enough that I'm going to start paying more attention to eat whole grains. Your diet has all sorts of effects on your health and wellness. There are countless effects. As I've said, it's important to get the right kind of carbs and the right kind of fats, because if you get too much saturated fat or you get too many simple carbs, it can throw your blood sugar levels off, and it can increase excess fat stores, which are bad for your health and increase risk for heart disease and stroke and all sorts of different things. 2 ways I can improve my diet. As I said, one, I need to reduce my saturated fat, which is more. I think on this day I ate a lot of pork and I didn't trim the fat off. So one way to avoid that would be just simply to trim the fat off of the pork I was eating. And then another way is to aim for more whole grains, more complex carbs, as opposed to like white bread. I could eat wheat bread instead, and that would help improve my complex carbohydrate intake and reduce the amount of simple carbs I'm getting, which will help regulate my blood sugar and all sorts of different things. So, all right, thank you.